Welcome to the Billboard Mastery Podcast, where you will learn the correct way to identify, evaluate, negotiate, perform due diligence on, select the construction type, build, rent the ad space, and operate billboard signs. And now, here is your host, the guy that built from scratch the largest privately owned billboard company in Dallas-Fort Worth, Frank Rolfe.
We all know what a matchmaker is. We see ads on television all the time talking about various dating services, trying to link together people who want to go out and meet other people, potentially get married over time. But are you aware that billboard owners are also matchmakers? In fact, that's probably our number one primary purpose in life, is to match advertisers to property owners. Now, advertisers across America are trying to reach customers. They want to sell things. And we all know that advertising is the important first step to getting something sold. And many of them would like to use outdoor advertising, but the problem is often there's none available where they want to be. Or if it is, if there are signs there, they're not at a price point that they can afford to pay. So what the billboard person does is they try and seek out properties that have just the right visibility, just the right location to get a permit, and then to build the billboard that the advertiser truly wants. That's our role. Nothing more. It would never be successful to build billboards in the absence of demand. So without us, those signs just simply won't exist. There's no way that the advertiser can ever transfer their desire into making the billboard on their own. It's impossible. But there was a time when you could do it. Prior to the Highway Beautification Act of 1960, billboards could be placed anywhere in America on any road without any limitation. Any advertiser could simply march down the street and go in there and build a billboard by just painting their advertisement on a sheet of plywood and nailing it to a tree. You can have signs stacked up all over each other. If you look at pictures of highways back in the day, you see just that. At a busy intersection, you'll see 10 or 20 billboards all stacked upon each other. Not an inch of difference between them. But the Beautification Act changed all that. Suddenly there was a need for people to strategize where the signs could go. And because the capital investments then went up because the signs were fewer and therefore larger, it behooved the people building the signs to make sure that they were building something that was desirable to advertisers. And that's when the true matchmaking genes came into play. Now, all your early billboard companies, they understood this. The White Company, which later became Whiteco, now to Lamar, it was a company that was devoted to Holiday Inns. Mr. White basically went to all the Holiday Inns in America and sought out where do they want signs. And they would hear, oh, well, I want a sign on each highway coming into town. Or they'd say, I want to be on each highway coming in, but I want to be exactly 5 miles distant from the exit. And he would then set about trying to find just such a location to build that sign for Holiday Inn. That's how most of your billboard operators originally began. But today we all lose sight, perhaps, of what our true role is in the world, and that's simply as a matchmaker. Instead, we see ourselves more fancifully as someone who builds giant steel signs along the interstate highway. And the problem is, if you get too carried away with the goal of simply to build things, often you're not building the right thing that people want. Not every advertiser wants or can afford the big steel monopole signs. Some want the smaller wooden sign that actually more fits their budget. And there's some parts of America you shouldn't be building signs at all because there simply aren't any advertisers. Now, being a matchmaker can go beyond just the boundaries of billboards. There's many other out-of-home products that also fall into that category. You see them all the time. You see ads at the airport. You see ads at shopping malls. You see ads everywhere. Parking lots, gas pumps. Those all fit under the classification of out-of-home advertising, the same as billboards. But they're there designed to fit another need because someone saw as a matchmaker the need for advertising in those places too. Remember when mall advertising was a big deal? They brought mall ads typically around the directional signs in malls. And people said that was clever. Now, of course, Polo and Gucci and other brands would like to have ads inside the mall, and now they can. That was a matchmaking idea. You've seen those little signs across America's highways that have these little logos of every business at that intersection. Every fast food, every hotel, every gas station. Another genius matchmaking idea. Let's go ahead and match up advertisers at the exit to these little signs along the highway. And by the way, let's make money doing it. You see, in the world of billboards, matchmaking is a high-paying job. Unlike when you're trying to get people together to have just that lunch or one of those dating accessories you see on television, the world of billboards creates lifetimes of income. Build the right sign in the right location, great things will befall you. So there's good money in being a matchmaker if you're in the billboard business. But it's very important, whether you want to enter as a billboard owner or just in the general out-of-home sphere, that you understand your role. And your role is that as a matchmaker. And as long as you focus on that, you can never go wrong. As long as you realize that you have to fit something and put something together that meets the needs of the advertiser, as well as the needs of the property owner, as well as the needs of you, then as long as you're making all three parties happy, nothing but success will befall you. But it's very important you never forget this simple fact. Don't build signs that advertisers don't need. Don't build signs that are unprofitable. Don't build signs that can't pay a reasonable return to the property owner. When you start veering off to that path because you forget your true goal, then it's very, very hard to be the success that you feel you should be. This is Frank Rolfe with the Billboard Mastery Podcast. Hope you enjoyed this. Talk to you again soon.
Thank you for listening to the Billboard Mastery Podcast. Be sure to visit us at www.billboardmastery.com, where you can find past episodes of this show, plus an array of information to help you successfully build, buy, and operate billboard signs.